my knees were like shaking of excitement. I couldn't believe it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode. Now, a few weeks ago, you might have spotted that here at Journey Further, we celebrated Leeds Digital Festival with the UK's first city-wide crypto treasure hunt. 5 QR codes were hidden around the city of Leeds, and hunters had 1 week to track them all down, snap the code, and win themselves their very own unique, minted NFT piece of artwork. But then, the first person to find all 5 won themselves 1 Ethereum, which is now worth around about 3.2 grand, which ain't bad, is it? It was a super fun event. We loved putting it on. Loads of people got involved, and we have our winner. So I'm now on my way to go and see how she's getting on, which I imagine is quite good. Let's go.
When I got the news, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't stop smiling. And you see now I'm incredibly happy, and I feel very honored to be the first winner of this competition. I like crypto, I like NFTs, and I like Leeds. So when I saw it as part of the Leeds Digital Festival, I thought I really want to join this, and I signed up right away.
I think it was actually Lucy who came up with the idea of doing a bit of a treasure hunt. And then I kind of thought, how do you put a bit of a digital twist on that? And I guess I was thinking about like, what are the forces which are really disrupting digital industry right now and will be in the future, and I think crypto is definitely one of them. So we kind of landed on this idea of doing the NFT treasure hunt.
You were showing me a little bit a minute ago that you had a little bit of a system.
Yes.
That might be just here.
It's here.
Do you want to talk us through your system? Very clever.
Well, I like to plan ahead. So I got a map of the city of Leeds, and I had pinned out all the locations where the clues could be. They could place it here because it's a very representative part of the city, so such as the Kirkgate Market. I also pinned out the places that appear in the video, if you see with the V. The clues contain a postcode. I also divided in the postcodes of Leeds. I think that was very helpful because I try to predict where the next clue will be, but I was always surprised. It worked in some way.
Sam, we're here at Northern Monk, one of the site locations of one of the 5 unique NFTs as part of our NFT treasure hunt, celebrating different iconic spots within the city.
Yeah, to be asked or recognised on that front. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of love for this building, and we like to think it's got a pretty good reputation in and around the city. Obviously, the brewery itself started here on the ground floor 7 years ago, so it's nice to see being recognised and being asked to partake on that front. But yeah, also alongside some great sites across the city as well. So.
And what do you make of the world of crypto and NFTs? Do you know a lot about it?
I don't, and to be honest, yeah, it's pretty over my head.
Northern Monk go quite big on their kind of like their merch.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could have like NFT merch further down the line.
You want to mention that to the founder, I'm sure he'd bite your hand off. Yeah, I'll probably save that one for another meeting.
Alice, hello.
Hello.
Our NFT treasure hunt
Yes.
was a super fun campaign, and you were our artist who created our NFT artwork.
I was.
Talk to us a bit about your approaches to each of the pieces of artwork. Where did you take inspiration from, and for each one, kind of what did you really want to highlight in the art?
I tried to draw like my colour palettes from the areas themselves. So like Leeds Dock with the water taxi being yellow and things like that, and sort of the markets had a lot of green in them because of the original M&S market stalls. Nice. So that's where the colours came from, and then I tried to actually just draw inspiration from sort of elements of those areas. So the Leeds Dock one had the water taxi in it and the big moon that happens at light night. And I wanted them to be clear in what they were so people could understand, but at the same time a bit abstract, because we were also using them as well for like clues. I just thought it worked better being something a little bit more interesting, especially as people were gathering these illustrations. So they actually have something that's a bit of piece of artwork.
You've collected all 4, you're on to your 5th and final one, which was at the Brudenell Social Club.
Yes.
Was there a bit of a race to the finish? Did you spot anyone else on your travels?
I love Brudenell, and I love its pies, and I've been there to a few gigs, so I was like, oh, it has to be there. So I rushed to the place, riding an electric scooter that was borrowed, it's not even mine. I head there, and I saw other hunters, and I knew they were hunters because they were moving around very fast, just looking for something. And I knew you have to look by the entrance on a board or on the glass doors. So I went straight for it. and I got the clue, and then Nathan from Burnell told me, "You're the first one to find it." My knees were like shaking of excitement. I couldn't believe it.
Big question then. Stick or twist, with your new Ethereum, have you or are you going to sell it? Are you going to hold on to it? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna hold on to it.
I'd definitely hold on to it, surely, yeah.
I would definitely be holding on to it, Billy. Definitely be holding on to it.
I think I'd hold on to it and then see where it goes.
Just now, it increased, I think, $1,000 from the price when the competition started to now, and it's so close to reaching its all-time high. So no, I'm not selling.